Furniture Mart USA, thank you so much for clicking on the All Points Bulletin. It's your main man, your big brother, Dave Robards, here at 10X headquarters inside of 10X Studios. And I'm coming to you with three very important points. Three very important points, and it's the repetition. The repetition is the mother of all learning. And I'm here because I care about you. I'm here to care about your family. I care about your wealth. I care about your financial freedom. And so does all the executives at Furniture Mart USA. So there's three things I wanted to go over today. And we're bringing out the big board. Number one, the first thing I want to go over is targets. You got to have your targets. Your target of the day. Always have a target. Write down your targets. How many couches do you want to sell today? How many kitchen sets, right? How many living room sets? How many bedroom sets? How many lamps? How many rugs? Like, have a target. And here's why. The reason you want a target, you have to have a target if you ever want to hit it. Now, can you imagine being a caveman? You're a caveman out here in caveman days, and it's your job to go kill a saber-toothed tiger and bring it back to the family so you can eat. That was wealth. Now, all you did is you grabbed your spear, you grabbed your bow and arrow, and you're just like, and you're just shooting it. Not looking at anything. Dude, don't expect to hit anything, man. If you don't have a target, you will never hit the target if you don't have one. So have a target and make a list. Make a list. Hey man, I want how many couches do you want? I want this many couches, right? How many, have a target for everything. How many people do you want to put on finance? Have a target for finance. Have a target for how many people pay cash. Have a target for how many deals you close today or this week over $10,000, okay? Have a target daily, weekly, monthly, and a yearly target. But have a target for everything. How many mattresses you sell versus how much furniture you sell. Have a target. Have a target for things you fail on. How many times you can get somebody to tell you no today? How many times can you hear, I'm just looking? Man, I want 15 people. Nathan, I want 15 people to tell me that they're just looking today. Okay? Have a target for everything. If you don't have a target, you're never going to hit it. Second thing brings me to the greeting. The greeting. Dude, why do you want to have a greeting? To put the buyer at ease. Now, this is the worst thing that you could do. You walk up to them. Hey, welcome to Furniture Mart USA. My name is Dave, and you are? And they're like, Bob. Excellent. What can I get you information on today? Guy. What can I get you information on today? Buddy. Hey, what can I get you information on today, bro? My man, pal, champ, ace, slick. Dude, they know you forgot their name, man. They know because you're amateur status. An amateur is going to forget their name. They're going to forget your name too. That's fine. It's not about you. It's about them. And if you don't remember their name, if you're not focused enough because you don't have a target, that's why it comes back to the target. You don't have a financial target in place that you want to make this many hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You don't have that target in place, so you don't have a target. It's not important to greet them correctly and know their name and not forget their name. Because if you had a target every day of what you wanted to hit, you were like Bob, Sarah, James, Barack, Donald, you're going to remember their name because it's important to you, because it's important for your target, it's important for your family, it's important for your financial freedom. You with me? Which is why you want to greet them the same way. Every single day, the same greeting over and over and over again, because that is what a professional does. Does the same thing over and over and over again. The same trainings, the same videos, the same books, the same place, the same shoes, right? Michael Jordan, same shorts. Do the same thing every single day. The more steady and structured you are, the more steady and structured your bank account is going to be. The more random you are and the more everywhere you are, the more random your bank account is going to be. The more, and hey, clothing. The more casual you are with your clothing, the more casual you are with your greeting, the more casual your bank account is. Who wants a casual bank account? Dude, I want a pro bank account, a master bank account. Okay? Which brings me to the training. 3 lessons a day. That's half of what a pro would do. We're asking to do 3 lessons per day. That's about 12 minutes of training. You spend 17 minutes every morning on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube every morning on stuff that does not matter to you. Yes, we know football is coming up. Yes, we know the NBA is going crazy. Yes, we know the Kardashians are doing something silly, and you're all trained on it. How many of you actually trained on something that can provide you financial freedom and can get you that target? Dude, it's all about this target. I want the target. I want to hit this target every single day, no matter what I'm doing. Dude, I'm going after this target. And having the target is what's going to help you have the right greeting, practice the greeting, remember their name, and train every day. And the reason you do 3 a day is simple, because we talk about being a professional athlete and a professional salesman. They go hand in hand. Professional athlete, they're going to get up and they're going to do a set. Let's say we're working on chest, or we're working on arms or shoulders. Those big old sexy sales abs, right? Dude, the first set of 10 or 15 wakes you up. The first lesson is waking your mind up, reminding you, oh yeah, I'm here to be financially free, and it's my ethical duty to be successful. It's my duty, obligation, responsibility to be successful, not only for me, for my family, for my church, and for my community, and for the world, because the more money I have, the more money I have to give to others. Quit being selfish and being broke, okay? The second lesson is actually going to get your juices flowing. It's going to start to pump the muscle, pump the blood into the muscle. The second is going to start pumping your brain, pumping the sales juice through your mind. The third lesson is where you're actually turned on just long enough to actually grow. Just like on the third set, the third set is when your muscles are growing. On the third lesson, your mind starts to grow, and that's where the magic is. So if you're only doing 1 or 2, or you're doing it every other day or once a week, dude, you're only doing it long enough to make yourself sore and go, oh, training doesn't work. No, training works when you use it correctly. That's like somebody who's overweight and he's obese and he's got problems physically, and he's like, oh, working out doesn't work. No, dude, the way you work out doesn't work. Because you work out once a month and you eat Krispy Kreme the rest of the month. You're going to have problems. Guaranteed, you eat your chicken and your broccoli and your rice and you work out every day. Not for an hour and a half. You work out every day for 20 minutes every day and you eat the right things. You will change over time. Time's going to pass either way, man. It's just, are you going to do the right things and get what you want and get the target? Or are you going to do the wrong things and we'll just see what happens? That's why we do 3 a day. And then to role play, the reason you role play. The reason you role play, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know. The reason you role play is this. In order to understand something so that you can apply it, you need 2 things. You need knowledge. You need knowledge, and you need to know how to use it, which is practical. You need practical. Here's what happens. The knowledge is the lessons. You go into Cardone University, you get your lessons. You get your 3 lessons per day. You're taking notes. You're writing it down. You're listening to Grant. You're understanding it, and you're asking yourself, how can I apply this today? And then when you get in with your team, the reason you want a practical, which is using it, is because you don't know it unless you can do it. You don't know it unless you can do it. And this proves you can do it. Because if you don't practice and role play with each other, then you're practicing role playing on clients. And that gets really expensive. Because when you mess up with a client, it costs you money. And because you need to have a target, you need to know what every single close that you miss costs you and how much farther you get away from your target. Have your targets. Train 3 lessons per day with practical. Greet the same way. The more structured you are, the more structured your bank account is going to be. And go for greatness. Be committed to greatness. Invest the time, invest the energy to be great. It's the only thing that will ever pay you. We're not going for average at Furniture Mart USA or at 10X headquarters. We're going for greatness. Be great.